Recently, guys, I have learned about Formula One, but I still don't know everything about it. I've already learned like track limits, all that, like pit stops and teams, and so as well DRS, and yeah. But now we are gonna learn about the drivers. From this video, that is every F1 driver explained in 22 minutes. I don't know how the 22 minutes, but we're gonna see. And it's the boy again, Rick's F1 Addiction. Shout out to him, man. And so yeah, guys, we're just gonna check out this video and see all the drivers. Let's go.
Formula One is a sport with thousands of different people in it that make it what it is.
Yo, why is one like a sloth? Nah, that's crazy.
Today, which can go from commentators, strollers, edging, car designers, and team principals who spray water guns,
yo, that looks so much fun.
And
Smash
occasionally
headsets.
sleep in the same plane together.
Oh, hell
where
no.
it looks like they might have just explored each other's bodies. The
Yeah,
most
definitely.
popular faces in F1 are the drivers. And
Okay,
there
let's
are
see these. Rookie, Abused, Hammer, Pastry, Chili, Kimi, V2, French, and Tall. Okay.
a lot of them out there. Ones
Yo,
that are talented,
that's a lot.
likable, funny without even trying. Aggressive
Wow.
drivers, clean ones, and a couple
Yeah.
of stupid drivers as well.
Oh.
Okay, maybe more than just a couple. But in this video,
Yo,
I'll
what?
be explaining as many F1 drivers as I can to you guys.
Why are they
Now,
all
I know
bald?
There's a gazillion different drivers over the years, so I won't
Oh.
be able to mention everyone. But I'll do
Aw.
my best to yap about each and every racer, and in the same amount of time it takes you to watch roughly half an episode of Drive to Survive.
Oh, fair
Starting
enough.
with none other than the man himself, and a lot of people's favorite, Fernando Alonso.
Yo, why is he just flipping a random person driving? Like, why you just flipping the middle finger to someone just randomly driving? Like, guys, just imagine you're just driving on the road and you just get flipped off by your favorite F1 driver. That is crazy.
So for 5 things. One being bad career decisions.
Oh.
When he decided to drive from McLaren in 2015.
Yo, the tire. What's wrong with it?
4 years.
No.
And then Alpine and a little bit of Aston
Oh.
Martin. 2, he's known to perform well even with cars that are mediocre. Like he barely
No.
missed out on titles even with the crappy car at Ferrari, and is able to put midfield cars into the top 5.
Yo, second? That's
All I
crazy.
can say is that he is extremely young. 4 definitely
43 years
hasn't been
old?
for
What do
the past
you
20
mean
years.
he's young?
5, he totally was
Yeah.
not world champion by the time 2 of F1's newest drivers were born. Now this
That's
might sound like I'm sarcastic, but I'm really
Sarcastic?
not.
Yeah, that definitely is
He was one of the
sarcastic.
oldest drivers in F1's modern era, but the reason
Yeah?
why we call him young is because of how he's still able to be fast.
Oh, okay. I mean, that still doesn't explain how. Oh, same thing happened.
Alonso so nearly into the barrier and out of the race. How has he done that?
And also a running joke when people call him a rookie after coming back from retirement. So he's the most experienced driver. But even with age aside, he's still the youngest driver on the grid.
Why?
Just think about it for a second. You won't see any other driver do what he's on TikTok. Start
Dude,
doing on
what?
camera and use
No.
this fire-ass forehead shot.
God! Never mind, he's a rookie. Yep. He's officially only 16 years old.
That is why Fernando Alonso is a lot of people's certified.
Yo, why is he so good on social media?
That still fucking got it. You know what that is?
Simply
Max
lovely.
Verstappen, aka Dutch Sid the Sloth.
Oh, that's the slot I saw at the start.
Racing machine. This man lives,
Oh.
breathes, and fucks racing.
Nah,
And
that's
when
crazy.
he's not racing in F1, he either races in other events, sim races
Oh.
at home, and wears his team shirt all the time. That he even wore it during his child's gender reveal. I swear,
No.
racing is in Max's blood, sweat, and jizz. And
Hey,
that is
yo.
what makes him arguably one of the fastest drivers in Formula One. Where in 2024, he was able to secure his world championship without always having the fastest car. And
Yo,
like you
what's
said,
that crash?
You know, before it, you only win in the fastest car.
Nah, bro. He will win
One
it
of F1
easily
races
if
17
he had the
years old in
fastest car.
2016, destroyed almost every single teammate he gets paired with,
No
and has
way.
won from the most unpredictable place.
Yo, he started 14 and won the race? No, that's crazy.
The way this man extracts every bit of pace out of his car is like that one rancher milking up the driest cow. Max gets every inch of speed. However, no one can have everything. Max is a driver that's been through a lot of shit.
Yo.
Mostly childhood abuse from his father, Jos Verstappen,
No,
who wanted
that's
to
so
mold his child
sad.
into a racing robot. Straight
drive. And then
How TSF
fingers.
is this a
And this
normal
created a
combo?
winning
Fair
mentality
enough.
for Max, where
I
he
have to
always
win.
wants
Yo, why is
and
he a
he'll do
strawberry?
whatever it takes, which
That's so
includes aggressive
cute.
moves and feisty defenses. Hey,
Oh hell no! Just imagine you meet someone you hate. Imagine you just other drivers you know just with Max Verstappen on the road, and then just yeah, all because the drivers hate him. They just flip him off with the bird, and then suddenly Max just pulls the bazooka and bazooka.
which makes Max a very controversial driver. Though I personally like what he does, since I think all F1 champions have that mentality.
Fair
And a lot of
enough.
people also like how Max is the most unfiltered driver.
Oh
He'll
dear.
say whatever he wants to say.
If you two end up wheel to wheel after the start tomorrow, can we just already stop about this? Because we had so many questions about this.
Do whatever
Oh,
he wants
okay.
to do.
Verstappen doesn't want to celebrate on that podium tonight.
He doesn't want to
Absolutely.
celebrate?
Walks off the back, does not want any part of that.
And just doesn't give two shits if someone tells him otherwise.
Oh,
Carlos
it's a
Sainz is
cocky one,
honestly a
huh?
walking meme. This man zones out half of the time like
Yo,
he's getting
why are you just
flashbacks of
popping out
fighting
like
off drones in Afghanistan. But regardless, when Carlos doesn't look like he smoked a little too much, this Spaniard is extremely talented. His drives at McLaren and especially Ferrari were a piece of delightful cake.
no! I thought Ferrari's bad
Oh my god, did you see the move? Did I go for it? Did I send it? Or didn't send it?
And him
You
singing
definitely send
Smooth
it.
Operator after every win is just the perfect cherry on top. Oh, and he also literally has a piece of delightful cake.
No.
But anyways, Carlos is the very few drivers to have driven for McLaren, Ferrari, and Williams. He's also a driver a lot of people thirst over, and I completely understand why. And he's a driver
Why?
capable of winning big as long as his team can fully support him.
though. Okay, middle-aged drivers. So these are
Now,
like,
middle-aged F1
so these
drivers.
will be like drivers that are 27 to 35. That's what I believe.
This is a category I love so much. This
soccer
includes drivers
dads.
like Nico Hulkenberg, the
No,
man with
that's
the
a big
most
crap.
races without a podium despite
Races
being
without
able to drag
podiums,
shit
man.
boxes into the top 5 in qualifying. Kevin the Viking Magnussen,
Driver of the Greg Bolt.
Valtteri
No.
Bottas the honorary Australian,
And I love the famous Aussie lifestyle.
and Jensen the first driver to press the DRS button.
Why is he so happy?
That is a lot of middle names. Now, the reason
Wow.
why I like this category so much is because these drivers are like dads that still have it in them.
Oh.
Most of these drivers are in their 30s.
Oh. Well, I'm actually quite close, like 35. Yeah, I said 35, but this guy is 37. No, that's crazy.
And the fact that some of them have children and can still drive
Makes
F1
sense.
cars while even schooling the new rookies is like seeing
Yeah.
Lightning McQueen in his prime again.
Yo, Lewis Hamilton, right?
Sir
Boy.
Lewis Hamilton, the second oldest
Sir? He's a sir? Nah.
driver in the modern era who drove for McLaren, Mercedes, and now Ferrari.
Yeah,
One
why
of
did
the
he turn
biggest
it
faces
into
of
Minion?
Formula One with the most successful career so far and amazing talent
That's
to back
crazy.
it.
Perez goes off the track, comes the chicane, off goes Leclerc, through goes Hamilton. And he's going to try and make that lunge, and he does make that lunge down the inside. That is the best move of the lot.
However,
That's
has
crazy.
quite the questionable Team LH fan base. This image
Oh.
says so many things. Legacy, excellence, willpower, inspiring, strength, heroic. Holy
No.
what the fuck?
Bro is literally the big.
Look, but anyways,
Nah.
the reason why Lewis is called the face of Formula One is
Why is he
because
bald
people
now?
who don't know jack about the sport and have to mention one driver, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna say Lewis Hamilton. And Lewis
That's
is also an
crazy.
extremely positive driver.
Yo,
and
why is
whenever
he so
starts
cute
speaking,
kicking his feet?
Just assume that he's gonna start thanking people back at the factory.
Back at the factory. And,
That's a big dub.
Back at the factory. All the guys back at the factory. Everyone back at the factory. Everyone back at the team. The factory. Everyone
Okay.
back at the factory.
And in a way, you
Not
can
gonna
also
miss out the
view it as
factory.
opposite of drivers like Max. He's
Oh,
a lot
okay.
more filtered.
Your thoughts, please, on a reverse grid.
Anything I want to say to people that propose that don't really know what they're talking about. I think it's complete bullshit, to be honest. Exactly what I said.
And
Exactly
instead of
what he
pulling
said,
up
are
with
you
the same
sure?
shirt every time, Lewis pulls up in like all 6 colors of the rainbow in just a single day. But Lewis
7.
and Max do have one thing in common. They both love to protest against the FIA. Hamilton used to be a lot more
what?
vocal in his early years, and I loved it.
obviously feel that
that you're being targeted.
Maybe it's because I'm black.
Maybe.
That's what LG says.
I mean, that makes quite some
But when the
sense.
FIA banned F1 drivers from wearing jewelry, he
Oh.
pulled up to the function with like 6 watches
No.
and 10 necklaces.
Nah, bro
Color
really hates the FIA. Definitely hates the FIA.
6 watches and 10 necklaces. Baller move.
AKA
Lance
dumbass.
Stroll is literally Joe Biden.
You
Now hold on,
shit
stay
guy?
with me now. Just think about it for a second. Stroll and Joe have both fallen downstairs.
Oh,
off
definitely.
their
But
bicycles,
the
and
racing
act
driver
like
definitely falls
NPCs.
worse.
Hello.
Oh, is
Difference
that all you're
is
gonna
Stroll
say?
just does it in a
That's
car,
crazy.
which is why I think these two might just be twins, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
Although Joe did say this one time.
Yeah, I have 2 younger brothers. I'm the oldest of 3, and I've got a sister who's the love of my life.
nah.
Can now project that former Vice President Joe Biden will win the state of Alabama.
Now I don't know if Lance is in love with his sister,
Okay.
but I also won't be surprised if he is. But
Oh,
despite how much
okay.
they can be alike, there's one difference between them. And I
Oh.
think it's that Joe Biden might have known more about what's going on in his surroundings than Lance
Oh,
Stroll
okay.
does in an F1 car.
Yo, doing the wheelie with a car? That's crazy.
Contact with Lance Stroll.
Apart from that comparison though, Stroll is a mediocre driver who's
Mediocre.
so
Oh my
inconsistent
God.
and has a bad personality along with it. And he's been in F1 since 2017 because his dad owns every team he's been in. Which
Okay, now I
brings
understand
us
why
to
they're
Esteban
mediocre.
Ocon, who is almost the polar opposite of Stroll. The
Yo, like he's poor? Nah.
Frenchman came from a family that was far from rich, so he's had to
Oh.
work hard for everything. It's so respectable considering most
Okay.
F1 drivers come
That's
from
what
a
I
rich
like about
background.
drivers, you
However,
know, like
the
this.
reason
They actually
Ocon
work
is
very
the
hard.
exact opposite of Stroll is because he is also a driver that's tough to like.
No.
Because for years, Esteban has beefed with God knows how many drivers and
Oh,
even
nah.
his own teammates. He
No.
had personal beef with Pierre Gasly even from their karting days. And beef
Hell
with Max
nah.
Verstappen and Sergio
Yo, why do you push him?
Perez.
We were having a good race until Perez tried to kill me 2 times. What a twins, man. Why did you want to kill him 2 times? I tried my best.
Terrorized
You
Fernando
tried your
Alonso while they were
best.
teammates.
Fernando Alonso, Esteban Ocon, contact down at the Cedar de Lago.
Next to
And even when they weren't,
Nah, that is like so sad. Like, imagine you listening to that. I think imagine like, I think I lost my foot thanks to our friend. Nah, that's so sad. No! What the?
overall Esteban
No.
can be both a very likable driver
Oh, that's
and
good.
pretty silly sometimes.
Estivisti's on the podium, baby!
Yeah!
Great person off track, I guarantee that. But on track, he can and will terrorize anyone he sees.
Okay.
Oh my god, what a sight that is.
They're playing Twisters. Yo, that's a big
Norris and
W.
Oscar Piastri, British and Australian McLaren boys. that
Oh,
are
beans
so
and toast and
They're
a
both
kangaroo.
drivers capable of winning, very suitable for the younger demographic.
Oh, why you
of
just?
F1 fans.
Oh,
Real well on track.
pouring milk on
pretty
Ellen's
funny.
face.
Keep going now. I can't, it's broken.
it's broken. Just fix it yourself.
It's off.
Though the difference between them is that Oscar is a much more cool-headed driver. This
Okay.
man literally just has a set number of facial
Yo,
expressions. whether
literally
it's
that's the same.
winning a race,
If he's
witnessing
angry,
the
the same
end of the
face.
world,
Happy,
the
same
fall
face.
of
Sad
empires.
face.
Oscar will always just have the same look in his eyes. He's
That's
a very
actually
reserved
quite
guy, very
fair enough.
nonchalant like that. He's definitely taking care of his aura points.
This team
Yeah.
plus 1,000 aura points.
Get out!
Fernando, he's the type of guy
Yo.
to go.
Yo, he's a
Now, as you can
gamer
tell, he's a lot more
rager.
expressive.
Nah,
Fernando's
that's
very vocal about
W,
everything,
man.
Whether he's racing or not. Now this can be pretty funny sometimes, but it can also get him into deep trouble when he ends up saying things out of spite. But overall, these two
Oh,
are great
man.
materials and drivers, of course. Lando's the type to shine in quality and in tire management, whereas
Okay.
Oscar can pull off unexpected results whenever he clocks in.
Okay. Why is he saying like
Pierre
that?
Gasly is honestly a driver
Hairline
that can sum up
goat.
with just one long sentence, and that being an extremely talented Frenchman that is friends
Okay.
with a lot of other drivers, is able to rizz up all the ladies.
Nah,
but we all know at the end of
just
the day,
share something
it's
to
game
us.
For Yuki Tsunoda.
Oh,
Enough said.
I guess he does share the girls with
The
us.
rookies of Formula One.
He never takes them, I
aka
guess.
The new guys, which include Kimi Kimi Antonelli, Oliver Behrman, Gabriel Bortoleto, Isaac Hadjar, Jack Doohan, Franco Colapinto, and Liam Lawson. Now the reason why I've categorized all these drivers together is because they all have one thing in common. They are all pressured by the media and fans to live up to a certain standard. This can never be more true. Kimi Antonelli has to fill in Lewis Hamilton's shoes in his debut with Mercedes.
That's
Oliver Behrman is pressured to
crazy.
be just as good as Kevin Magnussen or Charles Leclerc. A lot of people have been comparing Gabriel Bortoleto as the next Ayrton Senna. Franco Colapinto looks a lot like Senna as well, so there's those comparisons too. Liam Lawson has one objective: survive as Max Verstappen's teammate. Isaac
That is
Hadjar has the
crazy.
pressures of being a Red Bull driver, and Jack Doohan entrusted his F1 career to Alpine, which is like
What's
the
wrong with that?
equivalent of trusting an electrician to fix your plumbing.
Okay, never mind. Yeah.
Now, when it comes to their personalities, they are all great people.
Okay,
Obviously,
I
there's
guess
a lot
that's about
more to
it.
uncover over the years of their careers, and I know this category is obviously going to change over the years, but I'm basing this off of the 2025 grid, and hopefully some of them manage to remotely survive. Alexander Albon, a Thai driver with a backstory enough to make someone a villain, but he's actually the nicest person you'll ever meet.
Let's talk about me. Alex Albon, number 23. Try and stop me getting past. That's fine. I'll get through on the grass.
Nah, that is
Alex
such a
started
good
as Red Bull
joke
driver
though.
who had multiple good results ruined by Lewis Hamilton.
Has Hamilton troubles here as he turns in? Oh, and Lewis Hamilton makes contact with Alex Albon. It forces him the long way round.
5 second
Norris
time
goes the long
penalty.
way round on Perez. And again, no with Lewis Hamilton.
Then he gets fired by Red Bull in 2020 because they saw that he couldn't perform as well as Max.
But it's only
He came
because
back
of
to F1 with
Lewis.
Williams in
Like,
2022 and has been doing great. Alex is just
Okay,
overall a really
that's a
jolly
big
and likable
W.
dude, and also he's part of the 2019 rookies, which include George and Lando. And they've been trolling each other probably their whole lives.
That's crazy.
you are so bad.
And with that clip right there, it brings us to George Russell.
Yo, why is he doing a
driver that
T-pose?
manages to become a meme without even trying.
Welcome to Skibbity Toilet Baku, my dudes.
And
Pause. Nah, need to listen to that again.
And with that clip right there, it brings us to George Russell, a driver that manages to become a meme without even trying.
Welcome to Skibbity Toilet Baku, my dudes.
Welcome to Skibbity Toilet Baku, my dudes. You're an F1 driver, not like a brain-rotted kid.
Loves posting shirtless photos of himself,
Okay.
crashing on the last lap of a race,
Nah.
and especially enjoys driving into people and blaming them for it.
Oh, hell nah.
What the was he doing? Honestly.
You literally turned into him.
What? You just cut across me.
Ultimately, an
Nah.
easy summary of George is that he is a really quick driver.
Why
that
do you
can
keep
pull off
doing the
amazing
T-pose?
stints, but his ability to magically ram into people or walls out of shithole nowhere makes him not as likable or as efficient
why is he
as
Woody?
other drivers.
Michael Schumacher.
But now we need to fully lock in, ladies and gentlemen, because
okay.
we're now about to talk about Michael Schumacher. An absolute legend of the sport, 7 world championships and 91 wins. Michael was a beast of a
crazy,
driver in the 2000s era. He was the guy who brought Ferrari to its golden age, set impressive
That's
records,
crazy.
and was a great mentor to Sebastian Vettel. He was also integral to Mercedes as well when he came back out of retirement from 2010 to 2012.
Oh, that's W.
Unfortunately, though, he
That's a
wasn't
W.
able to do well during those times, and later
Aw.
suffered a skiing accident in 2013, which left him with severe brain injuries. Though
Aw.
thankfully he was a great mentor to Sebastian Vettel, who still carries on his energy, and his son Mick Schumacher managed to get into F1
Oh,
with
that's a
probably
big
one of the
W.
most traumatizing experiences, but it's still nice to see.
Yeah, that's so nice to see. Yuki Tsunoda.
Now Yuki Tsunoda is a driver I'll describe in one
Very
paragraph
tall
instead of a
driver.
sentence.
The
That
one I saw earlier, that is, he's definitely not a very tall driver.
believe captures the very essence of this man. Yuki Tsunoda is a Japanese driver that passionately wants to open a restaurant. Got mistreated by Red Bull God knows how many times,
That's
and is a
crazy.
driver that easily gets fired up on track.
No, these guys are fucking garbage.
Also, easily
Okay.
the tallest driver on the grid, and is
No, he's not. Like, I swear he's like 5 foot under. 5 foot under or something, you know.
okay for Pierre Gasly.
4'9".
I rest my case.
Okay.
Charles Leclerc is a driver that's being tortured the most by his own team.
That
Charles
is
is Ferrari's golden boy. He's been with the team
listen to him. No.
I am stupid. I am stupid.
I mean, he admitted it.
Charles Leclerc.
But anyways, Charles is a Monegasque driver who is pretty goofy from time to time. He's unbelievably talented though, being able to challenge drivers like Max, Lewis, and Alonso, making him championship material. And the
Okay.
reason why he wasn't champion in years like 2022 or 2024 is thanks to his extremely reliable team. But at the end of the day, even with all the depression memes, Charles will eventually shine. It's just a matter of when. Could be tomorrow or 30 fucking years from now. God knows.
That's crazy.
Kimi Räikkönen, aka the Iceman, is
The
known
Iceman?
for three things. One is extremely calm radio messages.
Hey, steering wheel. Somebody tell him to give it to me. Come on.
That's
Two,
definitely not calm.
extremely thought-provoking interview responses.
Kimmy, you missed the presentation by Pele. Will you get over
Pele like a footballer?
Yeah, I was having a shit.
And three, the driver
That's the
who
biggest
walked all the
that's
way
the best
to his
excuse
yacht
ever.
in Monaco after his car exploded mid-race.
That is absolutely crazy.
He's not even gone back to the paddock. He's got his shirt off. He's on his boat.
Now, apart
That's
from
crazy.
Kimi being a driver who just could never give a shit, he is arguably one of the cleanest racers ever, always giving space to others on track,
That's a big
avoiding
W.
crashes. He's also the driver nicknamed Schumacher's Nightmare, which was so
Ooh.
fucking badass, making him a very efficient driver on track and also a very efficient person with words.
Push Lewis Hamilton all the fucking. That's the hardest thing to do. It's not really too easy.
It's more like a hobby for me, so I don't need to do it if I don't want.
Oh, okay.
Sebastian Vettel used to be one of the most hated drivers in F1 during his domination with Red Bull. After winning 4
Oh.
championships at Red Bull, he went to Ferrari, and his experience
Oh.
at the team was... You know what? Let's actually not talk about that. Anyway,
Okay.
Sebastian is super charismatic. This dude just has a
I know it's
witty
not good.
response for everything.
Like that, you're not full on the power on that turn. Everybody goes full on that, except you. Maybe I'm a pussy, so maybe I'm lifting.
As I've
Yeah,
said before, he
pussy, yeah.
resonates the same energy as Michael Schumacher, and he's also a mentor to
Okay.
Michael's son, Mick. And ever since his retirement, he's just been living his best life.
Oh, that's a big W.
The veterans of Formula One are drivers with a certain aura to them that can't be replicated by anyone else. And
Oh.
since I can only name a few, I'll make this fast. Ayrton Senna, a really legendary driver known for his unique throttle technique where he goes
Okay. Yo,
and
listen to
unfortunately
that.
passed away in a racing accident. James Hunt, an absolute baller who slept with 5,000 flight attendants, got
That's
wasted all the fucking time, but still won races. Alan Prost, aka the Professor, already a dope nickname, and a driver who could challenge the likes of Senna and was a very calculating, elegant racer. And finally, Niki Lauda, the man who
Okay.
survived a fiery crash, still went on to race
Oh.
like a beast, was an amazing mentor to Lewis
no.
Hamilton, and made Mercedes what it is
Yo, just
today.
look at his
Speaking about
skin.
legends, we now can head into the GOATs of the sport. Now, when I say
Okay.
this, I don't mean Michael, Max, Alonso, Senna, or Lewis, but rather
Okay.
Nicholas Latifi,
What?
Logan Sargent,
What?
and Nikita Mazepin.
Was
Although
he a
Mazepin is
clown?
more of a Matt rather than a GOAT. Most annoying asshole of all time. Because
Oh.
Latifi and Logan are both former Williams drivers that are very likable, but they just so happen to be addicted to crashing and spinning. Drivers
That's crazy.
questionably bad where we just have to call them GOATs. Whereas
Nah.
Mazepin has the same addiction, but he's a
Oh,
horrible
no.
person who doesn't know his place and touches his friends inappropriately. That
That
if
is
you were to compare Nikita
crazy.
Mazepin
Hey,
to someone
yo.
like James Hunt, it's like flirting versus harassment. But finally, after speedrunning all of those drivers, I think it's finally time for some honorable mentions to close off this video. Starting with Daddy Kvyat, a Russian driver who lost his girlfriend, daughter, and F1 career to Max Verstappen.
No, that's
Sergio
crazy.
Perez, a Mexican driver who was amazing until he went to Red Bull. Daniel
Oh, no.
Ricciardo, a really funny Australian driver, and the same man who beat Max Verstappen in equal machinery then threw away his career. I just had to say it again, guys, forgive me. And since we're on that topic, did someone say Nico Rosberg, the Monaco-based YouTuber, beat 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton also in equal machinery? But anyways,
No.
regardless of my schizo episode just then, another mention is Roman Grosjean, the man who walked through fire. And
No.
finally, the last driver we have, Robert Kubica. One of the best drivers to never lift the World Champions trophy. The man who drove tractors his entire career but still managed. And was even able to make the worst car in Formula One history look decent. And,
No.
we're not done yet, with only one fully functioning hand. Which honestly just makes drivers like Nikita to Mazepin and Lance Stroll look like disgraces because they still have both hands, but somehow manage to drive as if they only have one. Like, what's your other hand doing, guys? Jerking off?
Subscribe for more yapping. That's crazy. This is definitely not yapping. This is true. This is a true story. So there you have it, guys.